So I'm here in Bremerton, Washington for the quarantine. Gonna wait out my days here, and this is gonna be my first brew since I've been here. We're gonna do a Belgian Pale Ale today. Gonna use some lemon zest to just kind of give it the Belgian-y fruitiness, and some Tropica hops, Julius hops, and then a 2-row base, a little bit of caramel 10, and some honey malt. Super simple. I only brought up very limited ingredients, so this is going to kind of be a challenge. Okay, so we have an amazing well. I'm actually at my neighbor's house right now because they have all the brew equipment. I didn't bring up any equipment except for a refractometer. So we're actually going to fill this with hose water because it's the best water in the world. And I have no idea what the water profile is at all. So we're going to hope it turns out. Hi, baby. So this batch, I'm doing a smaller batch because we only have around an 8-gallon to the top kettle. And so we're going to do 4.5 gallons. Yeah, and it's all brew in a bag.
Can't wait to try it. Belgian.
I've made one before, and it's pretty good. It's like an estery pale. I'm really weird about Belgians. There's some, like if it's overly Belgian tasting, but not like a Belgian style, I consider it like an off flavor because like if your yeast is stressed, I don't think this one's going to be super, super estery just because it's so cold. But yeah, I know I've gotten like IPAs that have the like Belgian-y esters and you're just like, that's wrong. It shouldn't be there. It's not good. Alrighty. There it is.
There she is.
It works. So I'm going to heat my strike water up to around 157. Our mash temp's going to be 152, but it's pretty cold out here. And I'm not going to even bother insulating the mash tun or the kettle when it's mashing. So yeah, we're going to play it by ear. As long as it ferments cool, it's like you can do anything to beer and it'll turn out good. Okay, so we're a little over 160, so I'm just gonna stir it around. Our goal was 157, but you know, it's really cold out here and this is gonna drop real quick, so I'm not concerned about it being a little too high. So our grain bill is 10 pounds of 2-row, 4 ounces of caramel 10, and 2 ounces of honey malt, just to give it a little sweetness, not just all one kind of thing. So my neighbor Sean is actually going to help me mash in while maintaining a 6-foot distance. So I'm going to throw my bag into the kettle. This is the same one that I use for my kettle at home. I brought it in the car with me up to Washington, and it should fit all right. All right, so Sean, you can just toss it in there. I'm gonna stir from a distance.
6 foot now.
I know, this is great. Maj's gonna be so happy. Do you think she'll like pre-beer as much as she likes post-beer? Throw those in. So that's the honey malt and the caramel malt. So it's like sweeter stuff. It's the specialty grain. Were you doing extract before?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so that's like the grain you would use to like enhance it, I guess. It's delicious, right?
Yeah.
I have some carafa malt at the house too that basically tastes like sourdough crust. It's really nice.
That smells amazing.
All right. So let's just check the temp. So our temp dropped down to, I'm going to call it a 152, which was actually what I was hoping for. And this is going to be a 45-minute mash because it's the apocalypse and we don't have time. But I'm ching. Okay, so we're at around 151 degrees at the end of the mash, so that's fantastic. We should get a good yield off of this. So because we're doing the brew in a bag, we are just going to use this board to kind of twist it up. I don't know if I've done a brew in a bag video before. Okay, so here, you can do it so we're not COVID-y. So I do that one, then this one, then this one, then this one. It all works out in the end. Yeah, and then you just twist it up. You just gotta get it hooked on. All right. Yeah, so now we can just twist it up slowly so we don't get a lot of stuff running over the side. I just press it, so I'm trying to get all the liquid out I can. Yeah, there's like better ways to be doing this, for sure. We are very rustic. All right, I think we got enough out. So, where are we at? Oh, it's so cool that it moves with it. So we're at 5.5 gallons now. I don't remember what our pre-boil grab. I've got it written on a notebook. But we can pull this. We can just sit on the grass or on the rocks or wherever. All right, so I'm gonna restart the fire. Keep this half on. I'm gonna do it upside down. Keep that like partial on, because there's off gases that you don't want to sit in there. It was supposed to be 5.53. So we're good. Yeah, seriously. And I'm gonna take a refractometer reading after I get this all started. There we go. So I'm taking a refractometer reading. All you need is a drop. It's really cool. So you're supposed to let it sit for 30 seconds. And then it basically gives you, you're only supposed to read the bricks on this because it's more accurate, I guess. And then I have a conversion on my phone. So, and you got to point it at the center. It doesn't quite work. So we're at 15 bricks. Look in there, point it kind of around the sun, and it works better.
Oh, wow. That is cool.
Yeah, so that tells you what it's meant for juice. So you have to use kind of a correction factor with it that you basically take a hydrometer and your refractometer and do side-by-side testing to figure out like what it's off essentially. But then I have the Brewfather app that they've got a tool to convert it using the your what is it called? Refractometer correction, whatever. So that means our okay, so we are way more efficient than this calculator that I've been using thinks we are. We're at 1.063. We were only supposed to hit 1.051. So that's a solid percentage point.
Are we talking sugars?
Yeah.
Okay.
So basically our ABV, it was supposed to be 5 and it's probably gonna be 6. Cheers. Cheers. Yeah. Alrighty. So I'm super into recycling a lot of my brewing stuff. Brewing's a pretty resource intensive process. We go through a lot of water, but one thing you can do with your spent grain is feed your chickens and make dog treats. I actually will post a dog treat recipe that I love, and all of my neighbor dogs in my apartment building constantly come up my stairs to come get my treats. They absolutely love them. The chickens love them. So I hope you guys get on the recycling train with me. It's really nice to see something that you just toss away go to a good cause. So Cindy has made us the dog treat spent grain batter, and basically after this you just make them into a form and cook them for 3 hours at like 300 degrees. It's easy.
We already pre-tested them. Maja loves them.
Oh, really? She hates them?
The chickens are fighting.
Plenty of grain for everyone.
The chickens are fighting. Maja, come here.
Here, baby. Oh. So we're at our boil now, and our first hop addition is actually at the 20-minute mark. So we're just gonna let this go for 40 minutes, and then our first addition is going to be 1 ounce of Tropica at 20. So we're at our 20-minute mark. I'm gonna add my first hop addition, 1 ounce of Tropica. And I also added some yeast nutrient and a Werfelock tablet to precipitate the haze. Our next addition is in 15 minutes. At the 5-minute mark, we're doing 1 ounce Tropica, 1 ounce Julius, and some lemon zest, 8 grams of lemon zest. Okay, so we are at our 5-minute timer. I've got 1 ounce of Mighty Axe Tropica and 1 ounce of Mighty Axe Julius that I'm gonna throw in, as well as 8 grams of lemon peel. Oh, guys, we need the chiller. And we're gonna throw in the immersion chiller in 2 seconds. Oh, I hope it's super lemony. Love lemon in things. So the tarnish is gonna completely come off of this. Watch. That's really cool. It goes into the beer. It's fine though. All right, so our immersion chiller is sanitizing basically. We're connecting the hose to it, and in 5 minutes we're gonna pull it and start chilling. So we are done with our boil now. I'm turning off the gas. And we're gonna start our water. So we just got an immersion chiller in here. I'm gonna throw, thermometer's already in there. And we're just gonna try to get this down to around 70 degrees. The water here is really cold, it's like 50, so it should not take that long. So we're now at around 68 degrees. I'm gonna take my original gravity reading with my sanitized pipette. So my Brix is 19. What? This beer's gonna be like 7 to 8%.
That's good.
What the fuck? We might have to dry hop it to balance the hoppiness. It might be super freaking sweet. Holy shit!
Can't wait.
Man, I've never had one go over that hard.
Belgian beer fanatic.
Yeah, I mean, it almost seems like we put candy sugar in it at this rate.
So,
Our original gravity is 19 Brix, so that means it's 1.081. We made a double. This was supposed to be a 5% beer, and we made a double. What the fuck are we doing?
I'm not crying. I was like, pale? Okay, don't complain, Sean. That's good.
Well, good for you. I think your energy just put in that it needed to be a double, and the brain was like, I guess we can pull it through. 1.081. What the actual fuck?
That's gonna probably.
So this is no longer a Belgian Pale.
It's
That's
gonna.
for damn sure.
It's gonna blow some serious.
1.081. I wonder if it's gonna change our. Yeah, so our ABV is gonna be 8.3%. It was supposed to be 5.
Holy shit.
What the fuck happened?
You're killing it.
Jesus
This could be
Christ.
a high test beer.
Our mash
We're ready.
efficiency is 87%. So we're sanitizing the shit out of this tubing. Let's go. Yay! So So this is how I aerate the wort. So the yeast need oxygen to build their cell walls. So you have to kind of like make oxygen happen by splashing it around. But I don't like to splash around my carboy, so I just kind of do this. It works. So I'm gonna pitch my Cefale S33, the Belgian ale yeast, just as we're going, mix it all up. And I never rehydrate my yeast, never had a problem with it.
Boom.
It's done. We made beer. We made a way too strong beer.
Look how beautiful it is.
Yeah. Okay, so Sean, you're the keeper of the beer.
Eesh.
This cannot see light. It needs to go somewhere dark.
Yes, ma'am.
It's snowing.
I'm really bad at burners. I thought. Did you open it? Oh. I thought I heard it. That's why I'm like going for it. So what we're gonna... Hit it, Sean. What?
On the bag?
Oh shit.
You're lucky I'm here, Sarah.
I was.
Don't be afraid.
This is why I don't drink beer when I'm brewing.
Sarah, every good aunt
Oh, wait.
gives their
We have
niece
some cool shit.
raw cookie dough.
We have some cool shit. Hold on.
Almost. Oh, sweet pie.
What you got in your bug out bag? 50 pounds of grain.
Yeah, right? I mean, that kind of was in our bug out bag in the car. Are you pooping in my underwear?
I don't want to be right. I figured out what to put on there.
Okay, I'm ready.
Bacon.
Oh my god!
All right, now I am eating them.
You
Now
are
I'm
in
definitely
for
eating
a
them.
treat.
See, first, everybody's be like, bacon fat for your dog.
Oh, you can cut that part
It's on
out.
the bottom.
Sarah,
What's wrong with the bacon?
cut that part out.
What?
Don't say bacon.
Why?
We're kidding.
Dog.
I eat bacon grease. What should I talk about? What?
Please put that in. Don't say it in front of the kettle.
Don't or do?
Don't.
Everyone thinks I'm tall on the internet. It's hilarious. When people meet me in real life, they're like, "You're a lot shorter than I thought." I was like, pretend. I'm gonna pretend. So I'm doing my first hop edition now. It's a 20-minute Tropica 8.8%. And I also threw in a Werfelac tablet and some yeast nutrient. Fuck you.
I love that we were both watching that. We're like, oh, this screen's pretty cool, and saw you do that and like lost our shit.
Fuck you guys. I'm gonna redo it.